Good afternoon again and welcome back to Glasshouse Mountains for the third and final round of the sectional play day of the Junior Peers Carnival. I'm Robbie Allan and with me is Timmy Phillips. And,
Good afternoon, Robbie.
Yep, okay, it's good. Good. We've had a couple of good games so far, Timmy, and we've got a couple of great ones lined up this afternoon in the last round. If you wanted to just go through that. That's what we've got on, and that's the positions where they are at the moment.
Okay, so in Section 1, this game will be played out on Rink 5. We have the team of Riley Bernard and Cody Bernard playing Amelia Rossa and Finn McLean. And from Section 1, Finn McLean, they are lying in a second spot, and their opponents, the Bernards, are in first spot. So basically that match will decide the winner of Section 1. The other game in section number 1 is Marley Reeves and Xavier Parkinson taking on Taylor Mason and Logan Hughes. We now move on to section 2, and on rink 7, the rink that we're streaming, we have the team of Sophie Allan and Sam Collier playing against Hayden Lesley and Hayden Oster, and that round also pits the 1v2 after 2 rounds, so the winner of this game will also progress through to the Division 1 final. The second game in section 2 sees the team of Josh Williamson and Charlie Menz up against Rowan Gordon and Casey Wilson. Now move on to section 3, and section 3 sees the team of Mia Haylock and Christian McClellan. They're currently running second in that division, playing against Holly Anderson and Todd Bryan, and they are in third position. And then the other game in section 3 sees Hayden and Zach Flood up against Lacey Bernard and Travis Pearce, and the team of Travis Pearce, they're the top seeds in that section 3 game, and if they manage to get over the line, they will also be a team qualified to play in Division 1. And finally on to Section 4. In Section 4 we have Brodie Carter and Wayne Martin playing against the team of Chloe Rung and Jack Chugwin. The standings in that, the team of Brodie and Wyatt are the top ranked team, and they're playing the second ranked team, so the winner of that game will progress through to the Division 1 finals tomorrow. And finally the last game in section 4 is Riley Pocock and Riley Patterson, pretty popular name Riley at this event. I think we've got 3 or 4 of them, playing the team of Hugh Fleming and Bryson Burden. So some great play to look forward to in round 4, Robbie.
It's Timmy, and I'm just noticing here the Jack has gone back quite a long way in this game, but yeah, just thanks to our sponsors again. We did have them on the screen just before as Timmy was going through those playing positions of who was playing who. So yeah, we'll get on to this game now, and it's going to be an interesting concept the way the winners of the sections are going to be from a couple of these games.
I think there were 3, I think, that pitted the 1v2.
Yep, and 2 of them, they've actually got to win it, whereas Sophie and Sam could lose this game but still win the section if the differential is a little bit greater than the other one's differential. Okay, well,
the Haydens, Hayden Lesley has got the first blood on that game. He's up there holding a shot. Sophie's got one up the back there as well. And Sam from Tweed Ospreys is skipping Sophie Allan. I believe they play quite a bit together, as being from the same region. And Sam's just finding his weight there with his first one. Hayden's played a fair bowl there, but I think it's just run into the, yeah, it did, it ran into the sand. That jack's probably 3 feet from the ditch.
Yeah, it's about that.
Sam's coming up. Is he going to get under this bowl?
No, he could be in the sand.
I think he's going. Oh, we don't want to knock Sophie's there. We've got Hayden's got 3 in the screen, but Sophie does have one behind. He's played another one that's probably going to be about 3 feet short, but I'm pretty sure that could be in the count as well. Important bowl here for Sam. His last one, he needs to get something close. He's got a good line here. It's all down to his weight.
Weight looks not too bad.
Oh, it's still coming. It's still coming. Oh, well, he's probably got second shot there, I'd guess, which is a very good bowl considering that he could have been anything between 3 and 4 down. So, the second of the Haydens, the skip, that's Hayden Oster. Oster. He's played a great bowl there, and that looks like that's the absolute. We look up there to get an indication from the thirds as to what the score is, and they've picked up 1, which was the one we thought was the absolute. I think they're going to measure out now against Hayden Lesley's bowl, and they're measuring back to Sophie's bowl, and it looked like 2. Yes, yep. 2 to the Hayden by 2, and they jump away to a two-shot lead after the first end. If you're just joining us, we're into round 3 for this junior event here at Glasshouse Country Bowls Club, where the event is played over 2 days. Initially it's section play. We have 4 sections of 4, 16 teams in all, playing on the 8 rinks. The concept is you win your rink and progress to win your section, I should say. You progress to Division 1 playoff tomorrow. The runners-up today in each section will be Division 2, and the same for 3 and 4. So all sections tomorrow will be playing for prize money. If you qualify to play in the Division 1 section, you're all guaranteed of prize money. They have a prize pool, something like $2,400 for the 4 teams. They finished 4th in that Division 1. There's a payday of $600 for the 4th place team. So pretty good prize money on offer for the juniors, and thanks to the sponsors who have contributed towards making a prize pool so big. Great event with nearly $4,800 in prizes and trophies supplied by the local businesses and the Glasshouse Country Bowls Club. Great effort, well done to all of you.
Yes, the sponsors for this, Bill has done a very, very good job in organising the sponsors and getting the prize money like it is, and hats off to him. He's done a wonderful job.
And Hayden's just trying to slow his partner down here. At the moment they're holding 2 as Sophie steps up to play her 3rd bowl. It might just get a little walk on here. No, it's run into that short one.
Yeah, she's just been caught out a little bit with the weight on these longer ends. Well, actually, it's not that longer end. The mat's up quite a wee way, so.
A little bit of the New Zealander in you, Robbie, the wee way.
Scottish ancestry. Oh, dear.
Young Hayden's on a good track here. Drawn in. That's 3 now.
Sam will be looking at playing his backhand.
He's safely around the short one of Sophie's and coming to a home behind the jack, about a foot short of the ditch. Hayden's a little wider with his next one. Great weight.
Beautiful weight.
Sam looks like he's a fraction runny. Ooh, he just managed to sit on that bowl. He might have had the shot. But, he's there or thereabouts. His line's well. It's just a small adjustment with his weight.
Needs to get something in there. He's about 3 down anyway.
Yeah, well, quite possibly going to be another one too, because
this is looking very
young Hayden Oster has drawn the absolute. There's 4 now. Let's widen that target a little bit. And Sam has played a little bit more direct. I think he's aiming up under that bowl. Is he going to hold to the jack?
Got the weight.
Or he's going to need to get a skip on here. And no, I don't think that's made much of a difference. Probably at least 2. Having a close look at it. They pulled out 2. See what they reckon. I think Soph's looking for the measure.
She won't give it away easy.
Well, she might have had to when she couldn't find the measure there. Gallant Hayden's offered to take a knee and do the honours. And I think he's going to be rewarded for his effort. That 3rd one counts. I think he might be a bit optimistic trying to get the 4th one. So that's 3 to the Hayden combination, and they jump away to a 5-0 lead after 2 ends. Big shout out to a mate of mine, well-known bowler Mark Casey. Mark's involved in racehorses, and he had a starter in one of the earlier races in Sydney today. His horse is a second start, and managed to salute at the juicy odds of 11 to 1 with a really tough win, I'm told. So congratulations, Mark, and to all involved in that horse. Great to see. Hayden got a little bit loose with that starter, a little bit weighty, and managed to find the sandpit to open the way for Sophie, and she stepped up and drawn the shot to within a foot. That's a pretty good correction from Hayden, but it's tipped over Sophie. It plays 2 bowl a little closer to the jack. I think Sophie stuck her arm out as soon as she let that go. I think she recognised that she'd chopped the grass a bit, and she got it right.
So Hayden's out there again on that pretty good line.
Yep.
It's just the speed.
A bit runny up there. That one's hit the sandpit as well. A bit like Keepin's off. There's more off than on. And Sophie's well pointed again here, and I think she's got better weight again. She's going to draw up here for another shot. That's two good bowls. Put the pressure on Hayden as he goes forward.
Hayden looks to be pretty close here. Lovely bowl and a toucher.
That can be heartbreaking. That you've got two really good bowls, and opposition steps up and dead draws with the first. So young Sam coming along now. He's also got good weight. Oh, just copped a little bit of that short bowl and gained a bit of momentum, and he also is in the sandpit.
Yes, Hayden was wise, changed his hand.
It's a Belmont shirt that young Hayden's got on, is it?
Yes, it certainly is.
A lot of young promising kids over the last few years have worn that shirt. Nelson boys, Jake Rain to name but three that readily come to mind.
Yes, and they're not bad bowlers either, those three that you just mentioned. Pretty handy sort of critters.
I think those three finished roughly in the top 10 or 11 of the Australian rankings last year.
Well,
pretty close to it.
They're comfortably in the top 5, I think, at the moment for Queensland anyway.
Well, that's exactly right. Well, young Hayden's played another good bowl here. He just wants to be careful. Think he may have held on to it. That's just a bit deceptive from that camera angle, but it's up and down for the shot. Sam can close it up and make the difference. He's got to get the right one,
which he hasn't.
And he's been a bit unlucky there. You look up there and see
a wry smile on his face.
Either a one or a two. It's one shot.
Only the one. I'll have to go out there and tell Sophie that she doesn't have to let them have a handicap start.
I think Sophie's got plenty on her mind at the moment without having outside interference, mate. Whilst I can understand the sentiment and the heart being there, I'm sure that she's got her mind on the job.
I'm not getting any comments.
We've scared all the comments away, have we? I see Mark Jock Elliott's joined us there. Let's go, boys. Oh, you got that one working, and Belinda Greenwood and Roger Jury and Danny Rocco.
What's happened there? I'll just have to restart.
Well, we're starting to get a bit of cloud cover coming over. It's nothing to be concerned about at this stage. It can actually feel the drop in temperature, and the wind is picking up a little bit as well, which is a bit of a relief for the players out there because it was extremely oppressive there around about lunchtime. So the cooler conditions will no doubt be helpful to the players.
It's telling me now that it's dropped down to 27 degrees and the humidity's gone up to 58%.
Okay, so Hayden's got the shot bowl in here as Sophie comes down on her backhand playing her second bowl. Pretty good looking line here, coming right up to the jack, and that's the shot bowl.
That's a bit more like her.
It's just great weight with Hayden there, but he just missed his grass line. This one from Sophie looks pretty much down that same line as her previous one. She's got roughly the same sort of weight, and she's finished up just behind the jack.
Got a little bit of a flare on that camera.
Young Hayden's well down. She's going to run this out. Just not going to get to Sophie's, but probably good enough for second shot.
Very good second shot. Sam's just struggling with his weight a bit as well.
This one looks to be just got out a bit wide.
Yes, his weight wasn't too bad.
Hayden's going to one in, one out, so for second shot.
Okay, Sam just needs to correct his line.
Well, he's got a better line, and he's got better weight.
Doesn't want to move the jack too far though. Wow.
Well,
probably a good miss.
Yep, one shot opens their account.
Okay, we should see the jack a little bit shorter on this this one.
Yeah, well, if she can put the jack at the feet, we're going pretty close. And that looks to be a legal length.
Busy waving her arms there, trying to edge it on.
Hayden trying to make the adjustment from his first bowl. Just going to get a touch of the jack and move it off the centre line. Probably leaves Sophie holding a couple there at the moment as she plays up on her backhand. And she's well out, coming home well. And that's about 6 inches short, but falls in for the full count at this stage. Plenty of room left for Hayden to get inside.
It's certainly a contrast here, 3 short, 3 long.
Yep. And Sam's going to add another one in there to the head.
Yeah, just covering those yellows at the back.
Possibly still counting there. This is well pointed from young Hayden.
Very good speed too. It's got to be the shot.
He's just missed his grass here. Turned over Sophie's bowl, and I think he may have just given that away by the indication of the third up there.
No, actually he didn't give it away. He made Sophie's shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep, yeah, like you said, he gave it away, but...
Well,
yep.
They had shot, now he made Sophie's shot.
They didn't, oh yeah.
Sorry, I thought I had it right and you got it wrong, did you?
No, I don't know. That's the way you mentioned it. It just says he gave the shot away. He actually gained the shot. But this is very close.
It's going to falls down. It might make a no. It didn't. So Hayden's given the one-up finger. Young Hayden now is asking how close it is and can he draw up on that hand. Because if he touches the shot bowl, the chance is it's going to go back to Sophie's or spring out one way or the other. He's elected to play up on his forehand, trying to draw up and sit on Sophie's bowl.
Sam's bowl on the head there. Yep. One more to the Haydens. Was that a power play call?
I didn't see that. So Hayden has indicated that they're going to make their power play. It's a strategic move. They're jumped away to an early lead, and they can consolidate that lead if they manage to convert their power play here. could make things extremely difficult for Sophie and Sam. A pretty important end in scheme of things for the match. Just looking across all of the rinks, and there's some a few of the games have slipped away pretty quickly. A couple that are fairly tight as Soph plays her first bowl, draws up inside of Hayden for the shot. She's got about 18 inches to the kitty. It's a good home there for Soph. There's one on and one behind there. Hayden Lesley now playing his third bowl. It's well pointed here. Going to duck up under the jack. Opportunity here now for Soph to add another one to the count. She might have cut her grass again. Rolled up one of Hayden's, but I think she's still got the shot.
Beautiful smooth delivery of Hayden's.
I think he's going to reap the benefits there. He's managed to punch his partner's bowl up, and that's now the shot bowl. Well away again, Hayden. I play the absolute. It's 2 now. Young Sam stands up. One of only 2 left-handers in the field today, I've noticed. Get around to the back there, may be useful. Hayden's well down again. Just going to find a home behind the jack.
It's quite handy there. Sam's really got to be a little bit more positive on this one.
Yep.
Needs to make sure that he negates the power play from the opposition. He's very close.
He's got to get the right one.
Oh, that was...
one to the Hayden team, which
points to 2.
doubles up to 2, moves them to a 9-1 lead after the 6 ends.
Okay, the two Haydens are keeping it longer. They've been scoring well on the longer ends. Sophie's found the line, just hasn't got the weight. And once again, Hayden's still struggling with his weight as well. He's consistently over. Just needs to hold his weight back a bit, and he'll be good.
Soph's got another one up in behind the jack. There's still plenty of room there to for Hayden to draw up inside there.
Which he has done. Great correction.
Yep, that's what you like to see.
Yep. And they just stopped and had a chat there, and Sophie says, "Come on, Sam, we need to start scoring here."
Hayden's just slid away a little bit there at the end. Young Sam's just going to run off into the sand there. It looks like Hayden combination is holding a couple there.
Yep, they certainly are. This looks like it'll be
soon to be another one by the look of this. And this will be the absolute. Yep, lovely bowl.
Hayden's weight control, Hayden O rather than Hayden L. His weight control is magic at the moment. He's just reaching the head, making sure that he's not short, but he's just very, very good weight control.
Yeah, he's got a very, very good delivery as well. Gets it away very smoothly. And he's not too far away again with this.
That'll be number one.
This is even better. Great bowls.
So Sam really needs to pull a bunny out the hat this time.
Well, I think he's just going to lose this here at the end, and
yep.
May manage to, well, that's knocked one of them out, so it's probably back down to 3 now. Yep. 3 fingers appear. Moves the score on to 12-1 after 7 ends.
It's a very handy lead.
Yes, it's making things a little difficult for Sophie and Sam. The way the standings are, if the way the scores are at the moment, it looks like the 2 Haydens would move through to the next round. Sophie and Sam did have 2 wins in their first match. No, wait there. Have I got the right one? No, I haven't.
It's over here.
Oh, I'm looking at the.
Yep.
Yeah.
As long as they don't lose by any more than 19 or 16, they'll probably go through into the second division for tomorrow.
Yes. So they need to win this game effectively to progress to Division 1, and
so
then they need to maintain that margin to secure a spot in the Division 2.
So realistically, whoever wins this game is definitely through in Division 1.
Correct.
It's the same as the other 2 of the other sections. Definite whoever wins those games, because we've got two winners playing each other, and it's only Section 3 that could be the interesting one. So Hayden now, we're just drawing a toucher there, just get the right camera. I don't know where Sophie's other one, just behind there in the shadows.
Well, Sophie's going to sit the shot bowl out there and stay for the shot. He's just a little too weighty here. He might, no, he hits around the back, and that's what you like to see, it pull up right on the ditch. Sophie's played another bowl. She's going to sit her own, and that'll be two to Soph and Sam. They're stopping and talking in the centre. It looked like Sam gave Soph the thumbs up, as he should, with 2 of her bowls counting and one behind, well placed. And Hayden Oster. Again, he's very well pointed, got pretty good weight, and
that's a great bowl.
Hit on the outside of Sophie's bowl and dropped down, and he now has the shot. It's been very consistent so far in the 7 ends.
Yes, he's
the young skip.
He's played very, very well.
He sent this out in a fair paddock again, and it's working its way home. I think it's going to sit his bowl, touch the jack, and that looks like 2 shots. Maybe.
Sam's looking at coming up and promoting one of Sophie's bowls, or just sitting these ones through.
So he's managed to get onto one of Hayden's, and it's flopped over, and I think they definitely have 2 shots now.
Gives him that chance again, though, on that same shot.
Yeah, well, he's played 2 really good bowls down that hand, and I think he's going to be close. Oh, no, that's just got them. I don't know whether the wind got that, but it was travelling and then just seemed to come to a quick stop. Young Sam now is also playing down the hand with a bit of weight.
Same as what he played before, and
got the jack,
get a result.
Followed it through. I think there was a yellow bowl there, but I think he's gone through and got the shot.
No, I think the yellow's got it.
Well, the yellow had it. There you go. You don't have to be dead to be stiff.
Well, actually, it seemed quite strange.
It did.
No, it's not the yellow.
Yeah, Well, the young
Yeah.
Hayden's finger went up for one.
I think they forgot that the touch was in the ditch.
Yeah. And I'm glad to see the players can make mistakes like the commentators. And they're a lot younger than us.
That's it. We're allowed to make mistakes, though, Timbo. We're allowed to.
I don't know. Does that one look long enough? Yeah, I think it might be. They're just looking to see whether it's on the line. Nobody's asked the question yet about whether it's long enough. They're humming and hawing. No, they're happy to proceed. Change in length there a bit. Soph's shortening him up. Looks like she's stepped up here and played a pretty good first bowl and landed a few inches, 6-7 inches behind the jack. It was a good start.
It's actually a little bit more than 6 or 7 inches behind the jack. It's very deceiving. The cameras
I don't know whether I'm buying or selling real estate here.
Yep, it's quite a. That's a good couple of feet there on each of those.
Yeah, well, the Hayden's one did knock over Soph's. But she's come along here and drawn back, and that looks to be the shot.
That's where I need a big overhead boom.
Oh, we need to get the, what do you call it, the
drones.
The drones.
No, you don't want drones because you can't get them up there. We need them up there often enough, and the trouble is you've got to have licensing for them as well. Certain areas, just a big boom would be ideal.
That's a pretty good bowl from Hayden. He's come up and taken the shot back, and Sophie's followed down, and she's got another one there behind the kitty. Young bloke from Geebung is going to play up here on his forehand. Just trying to draw up. Little touch on the kit would be nice. But, I think he's pinched his grass line a bit. Weight looked to be fairly good. Well, they're powering away in this second game. We're halfway through on most of them, up to the ninth end here on the streaming rink.
Are we keeping you up, Timbo? Yawning away there. Everybody could hear that too. Oh, you were down here at Sparrowcroft this morning anyway.
Somebody was silly enough not to look and see what time it started.
I had
Hayden's he's all over this again. That's brilliant bowling.
Yes, he's certainly the player of the match at the moment.
He's got my bog.
Yep. He's on a mission.
Morning, Belinda from Pretoria in South Africa. Roger Jury cheering on Hayden Oster, and Danny Rocco also with a rap for young Hayden.
Okay, so what's Sam going to do this time? Needs to do something. Probably needs to make contact on his backhand rather than the forehand. Push the bowl through onto the jack.
Couple down. He's playing up here with draw weight. Starting to get a bit interested, I think. I think he's played an absolute howler here. What a shot. Great bowl. Put the pressure back on young Hayden. So far he's been pretty much up to hit each time. See what the young fella can do with this bowl.
He's playing, sticking on his backhand, going to push the.
I think he's got
the bowl through.
absolutely great weight. Oh, it fell
Just
back.
fell the other way.
So that's one more to Sophie and Sam. They creep a little closer. 12-3 after 9 ends. They still have their power play too, don't they, Robbie?
They do, unless they've snuck it without telling us.
We'd be very disappointed if we missed another one.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure Sophie will be all over it, mate, to make sure Poppy knows when the power play was on.
Well, yeah, I'd like to think so, but
I've got faith in it, even if you didn't.
it's not hard for them to let us know, especially on this rink.
Well, first bowl for Soph. She's pretty much maintained that same length as the last time, and she's got a good first starter. She's there and thereabouts. Young Hayden is pretty good start. So I've let go the second one. She's gone a little bit wider with this one. It's going to come around the back a little bit heavy, but anything behind is usually good because there's more likely than not, the jack moves, it goes back more times than it goes forward.
It certainly does.
Hayden's put another one round the back as well.
And this is where Sophie needs to nut it and put a bit of pressure on Hayden.
Well, she's definitely got a better line here, Robbie, and
speed doesn't look too bad at all.
The weight's pretty good. She was giving it the big push up there after she let it go, and I think she didn't think she'd send it, but that one is only a matter of inches from the jack. Young Hayden's come down. He's going to connect on the shot pole and turn it out of the head and stay there, and he's played the conversion.
Sam's just slightly underline. Weight was good.
There we go. We've got a few more viewers flicked on here. Welcome Andrew Beasley, Jeff Gibson from Nottingham in the UK, Jamie Dixon, and Hans van Endem, who thinks young Hayden Oster is a future jackaroo. Big call.
Well, Hayden's got a lot of years ahead of him to hone his game.
Well, he's well down again here.
His weight control today is absolutely magnificent.
Oh, he threw that right out, and plenty of confidence that was going to come back, and pretty much nearly got there for another shot.
Wouldn't be surprised if it was counting. Sam's just struggling with his weight still.
So young Hayden's going to persist playing that backhand that he's played so well every time he's come down this way. Again, he's throwing that well and truly out. And, Sophie stands over that, and they've
Two.
head's been declared at 2, so it takes Hayden on to 14-3 after 10 ends.
Okay, another 3/4 length end here. Hayden once again over about 4 feet. Sophie once again nailing the line, just struggling with her weight at times. Hayden's got this one well pointed, and that's a good correction, great correction.
That's what the game's all about, your ability to see where your previous bowl finished and then to step up and make the adjustments required. And young Hayden did that supremely well.
Okay, we'll see if Sophie can get one between those two of hers already. Giving it some good air. Starting to come back now.
Yep, just going to slide it slightly past.
Sophie just had me under Sam on the way past saying, look, we'll have to have our power play soon, pick up a 5 and double it to 10.
Well, that was what they'll be trying to do.
They need to do something like that to get back in the game. Hang on, they've got 14-4. I wonder if there was one of those other ends was a power play. I only had 14-3 here. So maybe that last single was a double. I'll bring my scoreboard up to theirs because theirs should be correct.
Well, they're showing that after 10 ends, and they've only they would have only have just done that.
Would have been 2 ends ago, possibly.
Well, Hayden's drawn another one here. Playing the wide hand very well. Switching over. Had another very good bowl here.
Once again, his weight control was pretty good, isn't it?
Yep.
Puts a bit of pressure on.
Certainly in the zone.
I see him starting to whip down in there now. Still going to be down a couple.
I think, yeah. Looking for the thirds to give us an indication up there. Pulled out one. Having a walk around, I think Hayden's got the tape in his hand. He's going to get down and have a measure and work out. First gone out to Sophie's bowl. Comes back down.
No, that one's not in. Just the one.
Just the one. Saved a couple there, I think.
Yep.
With 11 ends to play, it's
4 ends to play.
Yep. 4 ends to play after 11. They are 11 shots behind.
Yes, it's a bit hard when you've only scored 4 after 11 and you've got to get 11 in the next 4.
Yeah, well, the way that young Hayden Oyster's been playing, that's a pretty daunting task.
Oh yes.
I don't think I'd have my money on Sophie and Sam being able to peg that back.
No, I wouldn't either, to be honest. Hayden Oster is absolutely giving us a masterclass at the moment.
Yes, I think out of the 3 games that we've watched today, there's been some good bowls, but Hayden has been the best we've seen so far today.
Yep, absolutely. He's playing wonderful. And whoever his coach is should be very proud of him.
I think there's a lot of coaches that take a lot of pride out of watching these young players today. They're accredited in the manner in which they conduct themselves and the manner in which they play, and it gives credit to them, to their coaches, to their clubs, and to their families. It's a very testing sport. This it's character defining. You certainly find out what sort of characters you are when you're playing this game, and things go a bit wrong. The measure of the person quickly comes to the fore.
And the juniors that we have nowadays, their character and their persona is certainly, how would you put it, right up there. I mean, they're very, very good temperament bowlers nowadays. They're not like some of the ones years back, without naming any specific people. Some of them were a bit sort of fiery. They get a little bit, anxious and agitated on the green. These guys nowadays, they just pretty relaxed with it, and once again that's down to their coaching and everything, and getting their etiquette right from the start. And
well, I've been up here on the coast for 20 years. I was fortunate enough to befriend a lady called Marilyn Clayton, who was Kelsey Cottrell's mother. So we followed Kelsey from a young age, and a whole group of the juniors that have come through. I remember the Millrick twins as youngsters at an Australian Open some 12, 13 years ago. I've seen a number of the young fellas like the Nelsons and Jake Rain, who were young juniors as 13s and 12s and the like. Now as part of emerging Jackaroos, and it's been fantastic to see those kids come through and developed the way they have, and as I say, they are great ambassadors for our game.
Yep, and we know our game's in good hands with these guys coming through the
Oh,
ranks.
here's Hayden again with another extremely good bowl.
Probably only 2 in a measure down, and he calmly steps up and draws shot. Would have been 3 down.
Well, it's sort of, I think, bringing out a bit the best in young Sam, because the last 3 ends he's played the bowl to turn it around and bring it back when the numbers look like accumulating against him. But, don't count it chickens before we hatch, because young Hayden still has one in the mitt. He's gone very close again. Well, here's a chance for Sam to add another.
Very hard in that shadow to just see.
Well, he's down. I think he's a bit runny. He'll need to get on. No, I think he's going to salute the sand.
Possibly only 1.
Yep, I think oh no, she's kicked out 1. And they are going to put the tape on it. I tend to favour that flat bowl, Robbie. I don't know how perceptive that angle is, but...
Let's see if I can get a better angle on the other camera. No, not really.
Oh, I think he's got a touch on both of them. Oh, I can't pick it from here. I think he's touched both bowls for mine.
They get it all fully into the shade so we can...
Yeah. No, it is 2. So 2 more to Sophie and Sam. Puts them a little closer. 15 to 6. With
3 threes would see them with the draw.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of to get 3 threes. That's all I've got to worry about. They don't have to try and get 5 or 6 from one end.
That's on the assumption that they have had their power play, which
yes.
we weren't sure whether that was a 1 for 2 or whether the count was 2. So sure that you'll busily put your Sherlock Holmes technique into play and find out whether that's the case or not, Robbie.
I will, very, very shortly.
Sophie's first bowl at this end. She's played these shorter ends pretty well. Well, we have had confirmation that both sides have had their power play. So with 3 ends to play, the difference is 9. So young Hayden Lesley's managed to drop his first one right on the kitty. It's a good start. He's played a second bowl here, managed to touch the jack with the second, and I think he's still holding with his front bowl. A little bit deceptive here on the camera, but we'll take the punt that that front bowl is the shot.
Yep, by the look of that angle there, Timmy, that's yellow is definitely a shot.
Oh yeah, got one right. Only 3 ends. Only 3 ends and play to go.
You've done well.
I'm slow, but I'm worth waiting for.
Don't knock yourself too much. Let me knock yourself around.
I think a bit of that cloud that we were seeing there before has blown itself away, because we have more blue sky around now than 20 minutes ago.
and the temperature out there would still be a reasonable amount. Have a look and see what it's
I don't
telling
think
me.
rain's going to play any part in proceedings today,
Oh, definitely not.
Robbie. They've been blessed like we were last week at Coolin. Huey the rain god has behaved himself again.
It certainly has. Okay, it's still telling us that it's 27 degrees out there. Humidity up to 63%.
Young Hayden's played another good shot here. He's just ensuring that yellow one is the shot. Has laid that down, and now possibly has two.
Okay, just a bit of an update there on section 1. We've got the two winners playing against each other. At the moment, Cody and Riley Bernard are leading Emila Rosa and Finn McLean by 15-9 after 10 ends.
Young Sam's come up and reduced that count down to 1.
And in section 4, on rink 3, we've got Wyatt Martin and Brodie Carter. They're playing Jack Churgwin and Chloe Runge. And at this stage, it is 10 all after not too sure how many ends it is.
So with the completion of the 13th end, that's one more to Hayden and Hayden. Moves them on to 16 to 6 with 2 ends.
Okay, that other one, 10 all, is after 12 ends. So they've got 3 ends to go. The winner of that game decides who's going to go through to Division 1 tomorrow. So that's a fitting scoreline. When both of them are one of them with 2 wins plus 52, the other with 2 wins plus 49, and they're 10 all after 12. So just goes to show Timbo that that's going to be a pretty good, always a good result on that game.
It's a very lopsided section the way that drew out, because obviously with 2 of them with 50 and 40, they've both managed to beat the other 2 teams by roughly the same scores, 23s and 25s in each of the games.
Yeah, well, one of the teams got beaten by 19 in 2 games. The other one's beaten by minus 33 and minus 30. So yeah, but yeah, it's fitting that it's 10 all between those 2. So those are the two ones where it's the winner of that game goes through, and of course the winner of this game, which looks to be very comfortably the 2 Haydens, they should go through to Division 1 tomorrow. And it all depends on they're only down by 10. Depends on if Casey Wilson wins her one by 8 or 10. It could make an interesting situation for 2nd and 3rd divisions tomorrow. So realistically, Sophie and Sam have got to score a couple of points on these last couple of ends just to get that differential down.
Well, that's got second shot in there for Hayden. Sophie plays her 3rd bowl on this penultimate end. She comes to a good home behind the jack and probably in for second shot as well.
So Hayden has just drawn second shot. I don't know why the camera is way off angle like that.
That's a sight we haven't seen much in the game. Young Hayden there's crossed the centre line with both of his first two.
And short on both too. Yeah. Very, very that'd be his first in this whole game. And this is a 14th end where he hasn't just nailed it with his first couple.
Well, I'll back him to draw the shot with this ball. There you go.
I just about have to agree with you, Timbo.
I got the commentator's curse on him, or?
Oh, you have. Looks to be
well, if he does, he's going to have to come off on one of his own here.
Yep, you put the commentator curse on him.
They're all three crossed the head.
Yep. Well, I thought he would have drawn that nice. The way he's been playing, but you know, once again, he's.
Well, there's another one coming in that.
He's got a 10-shot lead, so he's probably relaxed a little bit.
All the way here. So
just
one to Sophie and Sam, moving the 1 to 7. Well, it's 16 to 7 with one end to play.
Okay, so Sophie's first bowl, nice line, about a yard over. Just needs to make a correction, just bring that weight slightly off, which it looks like she's done. What do I know? She's actually put more weight on. Just threw it over there on rink 8. They are going to have a power play. At least they were good and called it out nice and loud. And I do think that a few of them today have probably forgotten about the power play in various games.
Well, there you go. Soph's corrected that time and dropped it in there. Currently holding 3, so opportunity for young Hayden with his last bowl of this game to see if he can't adjust on his first 2.
No, I say that
he skips in the head here, clapping him on, and I think he's managed to do exactly that.
Skip always remembers the last end too, Timbo.
No, well, so do the so do the selectors and the commentators.
Yeah, they forget what happens during the game. It's the last end that seems to be. Everybody says, always remember the last end.
That's why the streaming's so good. You can always go back and have a good look at what's happening in the cold hard light of a new day.
Dead right. It has so much benefits. Catches body language you can see in the background as well that quite often you don't see during a game.
Oh.
Good for selectors, that part of it.
Hayden's well down again here. He's going to go close to dropping under this bowl. And
beautifully played. Yep, got the shot out of it.
Seems just going to sit him out.
Yep,
yes,
and got the finger.
Sophie's given him the finger. The positive one up.
Yep, that's Hayden hasn't finished here though. Oh, just going to come under.
I think, yeah.
Beautiful weight.
Well, here we are down to the last two bowls of this, our last stream match, and just before we finish off, we should acknowledge the sponsors.
We'll wait till this end finishes and I can bring them up as well.
Okay, good stuff.
No use doing it without that on the screen.
Yep. The final bowl down for Hayden.
See if he can have glass say in it. And just dropped a bit short. That's one. Be 8-16. Okay. Now we can acknowledge these, Timmy. Okay. So this live streaming is brought to you by the Glasshouse Country Bowls Club, Club Glasshouse, and of course Moreton Bay District Bowls Association, who have kindly sponsored the live stream for the promotion of junior lawn bowls in the Moreton Bay and Sunshine Coast regions. And thanks to all the sponsors of this event: Bassett Barks at Glasshouse Mountains here, landscaping and potting supply specialists. Sue Joseph supports many local clubs in the region, and we appreciate her continued support each year. We have Glasshouse Views Mackenzie, another one of the major sponsors. They're an aged care retirement home in Beerwah. Ascent Building Solutions, and that's Jared Hinckley and Terry Stiles, two of the long-time local lads who own this roofing business in Landsborough, and they are the metal roofing specialists. Glasshouse Beerwah Motel, Sonia and husband Tony and Dad Allan have sponsored the accommodation for myself and Sophie and the media team for the 2 nights up here, and very much thanks to them. Clandra City Auto and Sunshine Coast. Major sponsor there is Dan Hunt, who is the son of one of the Glasshouse Mountain bowlers, Di Hume. So thanks very much, Dan. Coles, Sippy Downs are another sponsor. Belinda Flood, who's the mother of 2 of the juniors, Hayden and Zach, along with her boss, have sponsored this event. And of course, thanks to Paul Hendricks from Bowlers Paradise, who has sponsored a couple of gift vouchers for the Junior Pairs Carnival. Our special thanks to Bill Tunbridge, Dave Hayes and other committee members from Glasshouse Country Bowls for organising this Junior Pairs Carnival, and thanks to the players for their support. We'd also like to thank the umpires, greenkeepers, bar staff and bistro staff for their tireless efforts and support of this event. So that's the main run of our sponsors, Timmy, and anything you'd like to add to that?
No, I'd just like to wish all of the bowlers all the best tomorrow in their the second day of this great event, and reiterate your comments and acknowledge the great work from Glasshouse Country Bowls Club in staging this event. Thanks again for having me on board, and look forward to catching up to you again soon.
Yep,
Cheers.
no, thank you very much, Timbo. It took a lot of stress off me having you here today, and trust me, I needed that help. But yes, other than that, thank you very much for logging on, people. I know you've been watching from all around the world at various times of the day and night, so we thank you for that, and we shall be back tomorrow morning with the first round of the finals day, which is split into the 4 different divisions, and we'll be kicking off at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning Queensland time. So until then, enjoy the rest of your evening or your morning, and we will catch you on the flip side. Thank you.